thought the regressive left couldn't get any more regressive, well, now they're wishing death upon an 88-year-old living legend. An 88-year-old that has proved he still has balls of steel. It all started when Heather Ray of some podcast called Tricorder Transmissions, and on a side note, why is it that people with rainbows in their profile pics tend to be the nastiest people you ever run into online? I thought the rainbow was supposed to stand for inclusion. Anyway, this walking sack of bitterness tweeted, "Hot take. I wish @ the real Nimoy was still alive rather than Shatner. What the hell kind of twisted bullshit is this? We all wish Leonard Nimoy was still alive, but you'd have it at the expense of another life. You horrid, dried up hag." After receiving pushback, the dried up hag posted, "If you all believe I deserve the abuse directed at me because of this tweet, please unfollow me. It's truly amazing that you think this is a death threat. It's not. I simply wish that the better person who believed in equality was the one still with us. I won't apologize for that." Well, aren't you just a peach? Shatner's first response was, "What a thing to tweet. We admire your restraint, man." Then, another member of Tricorder Transmission and the Rainbow Hate Mob tweeted this: "The cis-het white male privilege, seemingly unaware that it just became a meme exhibited by @William Shatner by turning his fan base against a member of the queer Star Trek community over a flippant and forgettable opinion is absolutely shameful. She wished him dead. How fragile his ego must be that a random person can upset him so. Inclusion, yo. Admiral Fliss must be a load of fun at parties." Then Captain Kirk brings the pain. Yes, because she sends a death threat, and I react, so of course, let's just ignore the death threat and make the facts about her LGBTQIA status to exonerate her actions. You should be ashamed of yourself. Well said, man. The identity politicians use their status as an excuse to say whatever they want. Good on you. Shatner then tweets, "Since the coward deleted her tweet, to me, you could see how she played down the death threat wish as flippant and forgettable." Shatner would add, "How funny that at Tricorder Show, podcast network keeps sending people to attack me when one of their own sent me a death threat." Then Tricorder Transmission tweeted some bullshit apology. "We harbor no ill will for @William Shatner, only appreciation and love for his work. The creator of the tweet has chosen to step away from the network, and we are all deeply saddened that this happened." No, you're not. You're just sad that people called you out on your bullshit. Then they added, "The remark was not intended as a threat or to promote harm to anyone, and although her account has been made private, she accepted responsibility for the poor wording, has deleted the tweet, and regrets having made it." She regrets that people called her out for what she is. Captain Kirk then brings even more pain to the now quivering cowards at Tricorder Transmission. "Deeply saddened that someone who has a history of saying she wishes I was dead has left your organization, but you have no ill will? Is that a backhanded slam at me? You should have removed her immediately, but instead you allowed another of your crew to attack as well." Shatner then drops a logic bomb. Anyone who uses the @Star Trek name in a podcast or any fan production should be inclusive, not exclusive, and to hurl hatred for poorly worded tweets should be disallowed from using any reference to Star Trek in marketing their show. Well said, man. This is why you're my hero. These are the least inclusive people you will ever meet. Now we'll turn to Captain Kirk's shame, Chris Pine, who decided to open his pie hole and show his complete ignorance. Actor Chris Pine questioned what time period President Trump was referring to in his "Make America Great Again" campaign slogan. Pine weighed in on the line during a talk with Robin Wright, released by Variety on Friday as part of the Actors on Actors series. "This is maybe too political for this, but I always think the idea of Make America Great Again," Pine began to say before Wright noted that the slogan was often used by former President Reagan. "What period of history are we talking about? Jim Crow? Slavery? Plantation masters? And this is not to hate on the country in which I live, which I love. Obviously dearly. No, Pine, you people only hate half the country. Let's take a brief look at American history, a subject that the regressive left is absolutely terrified of. Let's talk about Jim Crow. Which party was it again that pushed for Jim Crow laws in the southern US? It was the Democrats. Which was the party of slavery? Democrats! You idiot! Perhaps you should look into the history of the Democratic Party prior to the FDR era and their treatment of African Americans. Spoiler, it's worse than any horror movie Hollywood could ever muster. And to the best of my knowledge, I can't say that I've ever heard Trump endorse lynching. On another point that most regressive idiots ignore, Which was the party that rose on the abolition of slavery? Oh yeah, it was the Republican Party, you moron! Pine said America has had problems forever and ever and ever. Well, Pine, it's nice to see you're being specific. Wright, who plays the fictional President Claire Underwood on House of Cards, said Trump should have specified what great era in American history he was referring to. How about a time when people had jobs and you didn't have to worry about having your life destroyed because you offended the wrong group? You know, freedom of speech. Pine has frequently criticized Trump since the 2016 election, when he and his fellow Star Trek cast members endorsed Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton. Virtue signaling at its finest. How well did that work out for you? He joined a bevy of A-listers for an I Will Survive spin-off video before Trump's 2017 inauguration. Clueless and uninformed fucking morons. And there we have it. All hail my childhood hero, the great William Shatner, and a dunce cap for his unworthy successor, Chris Pine. And that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is deleting subscribers, and follow me on Twitter. And as always, everyone, thank you for watching and have a great day.